Welcome to our English class. I am Mrs. Pagar Vidya from Pimpalgaon High School, Pimpalgaon, Baswant district, Nasik. Students, today I am not going to teach you anything but going to tell you a nice story named A Lesson in Life from a Beggar by Sudha Murthy. I know that you must have heard about Sudha Murthy. Before we begin, I am going to tell some information about her. Sudha Murthy is an eminent writer in English and Kannada. She is a social worker. She worked with many organizations for the welfare of the common man. She works towards the betterment of society and rural development. Sudha Murthy became the first female engineer. She is the pillar for the success of Infosys Foundation. Being an author, she has published many stories. Many of her works were children's stories. She won the Padma Shri Award. You must read her books like How I Taught My Grandmother to Read and Other Stories, Grandma's Bag of Stories, Magic Drum and Other Favorite Stories, Wise and Otherwise. The list is too long. The story which you are going to listen, A Lesson in Life from a Beggar, is taken from a book called Wise and Otherwise. At the end of the story, you are going to learn new words. There are two main characters in the story, writer herself and her friend Meena. This story is in the form of a conversation, and writer herself is telling the story. This story is of a pessimistic girl, means a girl having negative attitude towards life. A pessimistic girl who changes her attitude towards life after learning from a beggar. A small incident changed her forever. This story teaches us that we should not be pessimistic in life and be thankful for what we have. Now, let's listen the story. Meena is a good friend of mine. She is an LIC officer earning a good salary. But there was always something strange about her. She was forever unhappy. Whenever I met her, I would start to feel depressed. It was as though her gloom and cynicism had a way of spreading to others. She never had anything positive to say on any subject or about any person. For instance, I might say to her, Meena, did you know Rakesh has come first in his school? Meena's immediate response would be to belittle the achievement. Naturally, his father is a school teacher, she would say. If I said, Meena, Shweta is a very beautiful girl, isn't she? Meena would be pessimistic. When a pony is young, he looks handsome. It is age that matters. Wait for some time. Shweta will be uglier than anyone you know. Meena, it's a beautiful day. Let's go for a walk. No, the sun is too hot and I get tired if I walk too much. Besides, who says walking is good for health? There is no proof. That was Meena. She stayed alone in an apartment as her parents lived in Delhi. She was an only child and had the habit of complaining about anything and everything. Naturally, she wasn't a very pleasant company and nobody wanted to visit her. Then one day, Meena was transferred to Bombay and soon we all forgot about her. Many years later, I found myself caught in the rain at Bombay's Flora Fountain. It was pouring and I didn't have an umbrella. I was standing near Akbar Ali's, a popular department store, waiting for the rain to subside. Suddenly, I spotted Meena. My first reaction was to run, even in that pouring rain. I was anxious to avoid being seen by her, having to listen to her never ending complaints. However, I couldn't escape. She had already seen me and caught hold of my hand warmly. What's more, she was very cheerful. Hey, I'm really excited. It's nice to meet old friends. What are you doing here? I explained that I was in Bombay on an official work. Then stay with me tonight, she said. Let's chat. Do you know that old friends and memories are precious and rare? I couldn't believe it. Was this really Meena? I pinched myself hard to be sure it wasn't a dream. But Meena was really standing there right in front of me, squeezing my hand, smiling, and yes, she did look happy. In the 3 years she had been in Bangalore, I had never once seen her smiling like that. A few strands of grey in her hair reminded me that years had passed. There were a few wrinkles in her face, but the truth was that she looked more attractive than ever before. Finally, I managed to say, "No, Meena, I can't stay with you tonight. I have to attend a dinner. Give me your card and I will keep in touch with you. I promise." For a moment, Meena looked disappointed. "Let's go and have tea at least," she insisted. "But Meena, it's pouring." "So what? We will buy an umbrella and then go to the Grand Hotel," she said. "We won't get a taxi in this rain," I grumbled. "So what? We will walk." I was very surprised. This wasn't the same Meena I had known. Today she seemed ready to make any number of adjustments. We reached the Grand Hotel, drenched. By then, the only thought in my mind was to find out who or what had brought about such a change in the pessimistic Meena I had known. I was quite curious. "Tell me, Meena, is there a Prince Charming who has managed to change you so?" Meena was surprised by my question. "No, there isn't anyone like that," she said. "Then what's the secret of your energy?" I asked, like Tendulkar does in the advertisement. She smiled. "A beggar changed my life." I was absolutely dumbfounded, and she could see it. "Yes, a beggar," she repeated, as if to reassure me. "He was old and used to stay in front of my house with his 5-year-old granddaughter. As you know, I was a chronic pessimist. I used to give my leftovers to this beggar every day. I never spoke to him, nor did he speak to me. One monsoon day, I looked out of my bedroom window and started cursing the rain. I don't know why I did that because I wasn't even getting wet. That day, I couldn't give the beggar and his granddaughter their daily quota of leftovers. They went hungry, I'm sure. However, what I saw from my bedroom window surprised me. The beggar and the young girl were playing on the road because there was no traffic. They were laughing, clapping, and screaming joyously as if they were in paradise. Hunger and rain did not matter. They were totally drenched and totally happy. I envied their zest for life. That scene forced me to look at my own life. I realized I had so many comforts, none of which they had, but they had the most important of all assets, one which I lacked. They knew how to be happy with life as it was. I felt ashamed of myself. I even started to make a list of what I had and what I did not have. I found I had more to be grateful for than most people could imagine. That day, I decided to change my attitude towards life. using the beggar as my role model. After a long pause, I asked Meena how long it had taken her to change. Once this realization had dawned, she said, it took me almost 2 years to put the change into effect. Now nothing matters. I'm always happy. I find happiness in every small thing, in every situation, and in every person. Did you give any Guru Dakshina to your Guru? I asked. No. Unfortunately, by the time I understood things, he was dead. But I sponsored his granddaughter to a boarding school as a mark of respect to him. Students, our story ends here. Now, I'm going to give you new words and phrases which will help you to understand the story more better. Forever means always, nehemi. Depressed means in a state of unhappiness or upset, naraz, udasin. Gloom, feeling of sadness, audasinya. Cynicism means pessimism, म्हणजेच निराशावादी वृत्ती or having a negative attitude. Cynicism. Then belittle means to cause to seem unimportant or downgrade, कमी लेखणे. Achievement means a thing done successfully or success, यश किंवा मोठी कामगिरी. Pessimist, having a negative attitude, निराशावादी. Pony means a horse of a small breed, tattu. Apartment means a building having many flats, Sadanika. Pouring means flow rapidly in a steady stream or raining heavily, Musardhar paus. Subside means to settle down, stop or to go down to a lower level, Tivrata kami hone. To spot means to see or notice someone, दृष्टीस पडणे. Anxious means worried or uneasy, चिंतित असणे. Avoid means to keep away from, म्हणजे निसटणे, टाळणे, टाळणे. Escape means to slip away or elude, सुटका करून घेणे. Excited means very enthusiastic or eager or in an energetic state, म्हणजे उत्साही. Precious, valuable or priceless, मौल्यवान. Rare means not happening very often or scarce, म्हणजे दुर्मिळ. Squeeze means an act of pressing something with one's fingers, दाबणे, घट्ट पकडणे. Stands of grey means bunch of grey, रुपेरी बटा, केसातील रुपेरी बटा. Wrinkles, marks of old age, म्हणजे सुरकुत्या. Keep in touch means to continue to talk to or write to someone or be in contact with, संपर्कात राहणे. Insist means demand something forcefully, आग्रह धरणे किंवा पिच्छा पुरवणे. Grumble means complain about something, कुरकुर करणे. To make adjustments means changes made by a person for good, म्हणजे तडजोड करणे. Drench means wet, भिजणे. Absolutely, completely. Dumbfound means astonished or amazed, चक्रावून जाणे, गोंधळून जाणे. Chronic means extreme or deep rooted, पक्की, जुनाट. Leftovers means remaining or food remaining after the rest has been consumed, उरलेले, शिळे पाके. Curse means utter offensive words, शिव्या देणे, नाराजी व्यक्त करणे. Paradise means heaven or an ideal place, perfect place, Nandanvan. Envy means desire to have something that belongs to other, म्हणजे हेवा वाटणे, मत्सर वाटणे. Zest means great joy, great enthusiasm and energy, उत्साह. Comforts means amenities, things that make life easier and more pleasant, sukh suvidha. Assets means useful and valuable things or wealth, म्हणजे मौलिक गोष्ट. Lack something, the state of being without or not having enough, कमतरता असणे, पुरेसे नसणे. To feel ashamed means embarrassed, और फील गिल्टी, एम्बैरेस्ड और फील गिल्टी, शर्मिंदा होणे, लाज वाटणे. ग्रेटफुल, थँकफुल, कृतज्ञ. Realization don't means began to realize, जाणीव होणे. And sponsor means accept financial responsibility or provide funds for, जबाबदारी उचलणे. Now students, if you liked my videos, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment and share these videos with your friends, with your classmates. I will be there with the next poem very soon. Till then, goodbye.